Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you today about the letter writing packet. I've given it to a few of you, and then some of you will get it in your packet from school. But I found out that April is letter writing month, and Scholastic sent us these cards and envelopes that you could use to write a letter. And so even though I know we have a lot of other things going on, I thought that this would be a really good time to write a letter when people might be feeling isolated or lonely during this time of social distancing. And so I would encourage you, I'm not going to put a time limit on it and I'm not going to grade you on it, but I would encourage you just to take time, even if you wait until after you finish all your other work, just to reach out to someone, maybe a grandparent or friend or cousin, some other family member that might need some encouragement, just to send them a little letter from you. I know it would brighten their day. The card says, sending mail is a hug in an envelope, and I just thought that was really sweet that, the truth is that it does show someone you care when you take the time to write them a letter and address the envelope, put a stamp on it, and send it to them. So I'd really like for you to participate in this. Even though it's past April, it's already May, and but even throughout the summer, if you have a chance, I'd love for you to do this. The sheet that you got with it is here. Get your letter mailbox ready. It says you've written a meaningful letter to someone you care about, but actually you could go ahead and do this first little box about your letter. To whom are you writing, and what type of letter are you writing? So you might want to do that first, just to kind of get going on that. And then you could do the checklist at the end after you finish your letter. Did you edit, find the address, those types of things. On the back is where you can write your rough draft of your letter, and it gives you all the parts. And so it reviews, like we studied in class. First, you'd put the address, but on a card, like a greeting card or a card like this, you wouldn't have to put the address on that. It's mainly for a letter that you would need to do that. Put the date, the greeting, which is dear whomever, put their name, and then a comma after the person's name. The body with each paragraph indented, and then the closing. You could say sincerely, comma, love, comma, wishing you the best, comma, praying for you, comma, however you want to close it. And then, of course, the last line would be your name, your signature. And then it gives you a sample of the return of the envelope where you'd put put your return address. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go fast, I guess. You put your address, the return address, just in case something happened and their address was incorrect or something, they could send it back to you. And you would know then the person didn't get your letter and you could try again. The person's address that it's going to goes here, and then, of course, your stamp. And this is nice because it's about the same size as this envelope, and so you could practice writing and to see how big your letters need to be and make sure it's not too big or too small. And this is one time when it's good to use manuscript, because it might be a little bit easier to read, like the city and state and those types of things. But if your cursive is really nice and neat, that's fine too. But it's okay to print or use manuscript on that. So I'm going to now look at this poster for just a second. I know it's probably hard for you to see the whole thing, but it's called Show Someone You Care. And it gives you an example, or it gives you an example again of how to write a letter and the parts. But then it talks a little bit about the letter. So again, your heading, if you need the address in a letter, go ahead and do that. If you're just doing a card, just write the date, dear, and the person's name. Then it has some information here. Have you ever received a letter or a card in the mail? There's something special about getting a handwritten letter that was written just for you. It's great to send greeting cards for birthdays and holidays, but you don't have to wait for a special occasion to send a letter. You can send a card or a letter anytime for any reason you want. Maybe you'd like to congratulate someone. Share a joke with a friend, or just let people know you are thinking about them. Who are the special people in your life? Send them a message to let them know you care. So maybe that'll give you some ideas for who you'd like to write to and what you'd like to say to them. And then, of course, it reminds you to do your closing with a comma and then your name or your signature. And then at the bottom, you'll see it says PS, which stands for postscript. It means like after the main script or the main writing, I have another little script, another writing to tell you. If you forget to write something in the body of your letter, you can add it in a postscript. And it says postscript actually means written after. So it's kind of like an afterthought. Oh yeah, I wanted to add this. And then this is just an example of what your letter would look like once it's addressed, or what your envelope would look like. And then at the bottom, you'll see some pictures and some reasons to show you care. I'll try to turn this. Okay, so we have just for fun. This funny card from my friend made me smile all day. Take a stand. As the mayor, I love to receive letters about issues that people care about. Say thank you. It means so much to me to know that people appreciate what I do. Say great job. This letter from my grandson made me feel proud of his accomplishments. Give support. It means a lot that my friends sent a card to show me they are thinking of me during this tough time. And connect family. I miss my cousins, but the family newsletter they sent me has helped me feel closer to them. So that, again, may give you some ideas of who you might want to write to and what kinds of things you might want to say to them in a letter. So, like I said, it's not for a grade. There's no time limit. But I really think that this is a great opportunity for us to encourage and bless someone by sending them a letter. So maybe you have a grandparent or cousin or other family member or a friend, just someone that you would like to reach out to and just encourage them. So I just challenge you to write this letter, and you might even get a letter back, which would be really exciting. So thank you guys. Love you.